All right, we've got Joe. I'm going to teach him how to throw the net. This is how to do the small one. Okay, and so you're just going to go over and lay it down basically like that. So what you're doing is your right hand is throwing out, and then your left hand is bringing it under and laying it down. That's what's going to get that net spinning and opening. So it's inside out. You're actually going to do a slip knot, and then just put it through the wrist and cinch it. And then you're just going to make small loops. There you go, just comfortable size loops. Okay, then you grab the horn, just lift it all the way up. Okay, what you can do is you can grab it with this hand, and then you're going to grab one piece of it to make sure that there's no binds on it or anything. So just to kind of, just do it up to make sure that there's no kinks in it, it's not twisted or anything, so you're all good, so you can let it go. Okay, then you're gonna grab it with your right hand, all right in the middle. There you go. A little bit lower, or a little bit higher. I'm sorry, a little bit higher, right about there. That's good. Okay, so you can let that go. Then you're just gonna grab one piece, kind of stretch it out so it opens up. Okay, there you go, and then wrap that over the top. There you go. Then you're gonna just take this hand and walk it down to the bottom corner, and then hold it out like the left hand side out. So now it's basically open. Right. So it's about a quarter of the way open. So now what you're gonna do is, just like that, you're holding that towel, you're just gonna kind of flick it around like that. Don't go far, just lightly, just throw it, no power to it. That's basically it. So like, you stopped right about here. But if you drop, just like on that towel, if you drop that towel, it's not gonna make it over. So you wanna make sure you go all the way rotation. Okay. And then just same thing with that left side, you wanna get that towel to twist. Okay, so go ahead and give it another try. Yeah, you can put that in your right hand. This one, well, usually what I do is when I start, I put this one in my right hand, just grab, oh, yeah, your other hand. Oh, this one in your hand. Okay. And then stretch it all the way out. Then you can just make sure it's all the way untangled. Just give it a shake. There you go. Okay, then you can just let it go. Then you can shift your hands and grab it with your right hand right in the middle. Okay. Yeah. And that one's just loose. There you go. Just go in piece. That wraps over your right hand. And sometimes what I do is I'll grab this piece in under your thumb. Okay. There you go. And then I would grab it a little bit more right about here. Okay. So that you're making that pie, that quarter pie piece there. I want to get it straight. You want to go, yeah, you want to go 90 degrees to where you're throwing it. Just lob it and follow through. That's basically it. You're getting there. So I think what you're doing is that you want to make sure that you keep that spacing. So you don't want it, once you bring it through, you're shutting the net. Okay. But you want to keep that rotation. So maybe I think you just got to keep your arms that same width as you spin it. Try rocking it. So just go a little bit forward, and then when it's on the back, and then toss it. Yeah. And then make sure your left hand is spinning it as well. Yep. There you go. That's basically it. So now, when you're throwing it, a small net is hard, short distance, because it's hard to get it to pop open. The farther you throw it, and then the higher you throw it, it's easier because that spinning gets a time to open up, and then it catches the wind, and that helps force it. When you do it low and close, it's hard because you're really not getting much of a rotation. It's not getting a chance to expand out. But that's the right motion there. So go give it one more try. There you go, just like that. Do it one more time. Try to get a little bit more height and more distance. But yeah, that's perfect. Want to see me throw it?
Yeah.
You can kind of watch.
Watch the pros.
Once you kind of, it's just like a bike. Once you figure out the routine, then after that, it's just second nature. So just grab, for the first thing I always just grab it by the top. And you're just gonna do that to clear it. Make sure it's all loose. And kind of grab it where I want to. Shake it out, get it open. And then this is what I'm talking about, is that it's to get your kind of the momentum right, is that if you kind of just give that little swing, and then as it comes back and then you go forward, that way you keep a rhythm. Because otherwise, if you start in the back, you're kind of like forcing it to throw it. You don't know how fast to go. But if you use the swinging, it kind of keeps you limited to how fast and how hard you throw it. Because you don't need to whip it. You just wanted to get it out there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna twist it and then overburn. Okay. So I lofted it, so it's a little bit higher in the air. That allows it to catch the air, and then pocket opens up and then sits down. So it's a combination of the rotation, the wind catching it, and then it opens up. But if you do it real short, it doesn't give it very much time.
Yeah, I saw when you went up with it, how
and it starts popping it. Where if you try to do this in the short, it's really almost very difficult. Then I would get a longer hold, so it's wider. So now it's even opened up more than usual. And then I just gotta kind of keep it open. So that's why if you don't want to close it, you want to keep it wider there. Want to do that one, another one, or you want to go to the big net?
So for like, say like these pilchards or whatever, would you use them at this size?
You can, but I like using the 7 foot because it's one and done.
Okay.
I like this one for mullet on the kayak, to catch mullet, because I could throw this one far and I could throw it and load it really quickly. Yeah. Once we do the big net, you'll see the time frame to load this one is just basically, I could basically grab it, open it, and throw it. And then I miss them, just grab it, make sure it's open, and throw it. That's what you can't do with the big net. Big net, you get one shot and then they're gone. You're 5 minutes later still messing with it. Where this one, I could throw it, I take this off and I'll throw it and this will float. So I'll throw the net out, those mullet way the hell out there, and then I'll just paddle up, get the net and close it on them. Or throw it. I could throw it 5 times before I could throw that one twice. So that's where this comes into play. But the bigger nets will, like for stationary bait, like if you get onto a school of pilchards, or like we're gonna do is we're gonna cover an area that has pinfish that aren't going to be swimming around. You just know their home location. Yeah. So the more you cover it, the more you're gonna catch. Okay. So my 5 foot net, I use probably more than my 7 foot on the kayak, mainly just because of I don't need a lot of bait. Like even pilchards, I need a dozen, 2 dozen. Yeah. And usually around here you find a school, this whole area is covered with them. So if I throw a 7 foot net, I have 200 and I want 12. Right. So that's where this comes into play. Chasing mullet, I got to throw the distance up to that bucket there, I could hit them, and then multiple shots on it. Where that big net, it's harder to throw that far, and if you mess up, it's a pain in the ass. Right. Plus if I just run up on something, this I grab and I could just throw it real fast. That still, the setup is it takes a lot longer. Yeah. All right, for the second net, that one I was saying, you'll see how important it is, the throwing aspect of it, where the setup is just as basic as you can be. It doesn't take you just fold it up and you throw it. This one, the bigger nets, from 7 to 12, you need to be, the setup is important, and then that action to throw it is nothing. You just lob it out there, and if you have it set up correctly, it'll open. So, but then you'll also see the time frame it takes to prep this one. And this is not even the big net. This is probably the smallest size of the bigger nets, 7 foot. So just like everything, and it's even more important on these big ones, is that you got to make sure that it's cleared, because if it's not cleared, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, oops, there.
Dude, I was looking online, I saw a lot of 6 foot nets. I don't know if that's like a common size.
Yeah, very common size. I've got a 6 as well, but I would stick having my 5 and 7. 6 is pretty good as if I had just one net size. So the first part is the same, and we're going to do what's called the triple load, and it's the easiest way to throw the net because it's all in the setup. You don't have to know any special techniques of twisting and all that. So then you're going to grab the horn just in a general location, okay? Then you're going to do one twist to get it to basically your hip range, so it's comfortable. And it's just depending, like on the kayak sometimes, or if I'm in the water up to my knees, I have to adjust down because you need it above the water as well. But in general, just at the hip. Now I'm just gonna flex it to make sure it's opening okay. Different ways to do it, but it's still the same action. You're gonna get 1/3 of the net, and I do it from the back side. Some people do it from the front side, but the net result is you want to take about 1/3 of the weights and just pop it over your shoulder. Okay, so it's sitting there. Then this part of it, I take a little extra time, and the inside part of it, I tuck over my shoulder. And this isn't necessary, this just gives you a handicap to make it easier. Then you've got, this is 2/3 here, then we're gonna separate it. This is another handicap that I use to make sure it opens. I take a piece of the rope in my mouth, and then I open it up and get 1/3 of that, or half of that. Okay? And just let it roll down. And you can see how open it is.
Yeah.
It's 4 corners and it's already open. So now the action of this is just basically, it's just to throw it out there, straight out there. No twisting, no nothing. The net itself will open it. So I got that. Come on this side, so you can kind of see. It's open. Just swing it and throw it out there. So my motion, there's no twisting. It's just, this is why it's so much easier to throw this type of net. It's easier to throw a big net than it is a small net. The small net, until you get that twist,
Yeah.
This is more easy because there's no action. You just throw it out there. The way you load it pops it open. So we'll go through how to do that, and then I'll walk you through all the different steps to look for. So first thing, now I'm forcing you to use the right hand because that's the way I'm more comfortable throwing it.
Yeah.
Eventually you might find that it might be easier the other way. But for now, we'll just try it this way. Yeah, just grab that horn there. Why is it all twisted there? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, just lift it up by the horn. Since it's open like that, it makes it nice.
Yeah.
So either hand, just lift it, yeah, with your right hand, lift it up so you could space it out to make sure there's no kinks in it. But what you want to do is, the first thing you always want to do is to grab the horn first and make sure it's extended all the way out. So just grab that, then walk backwards. Okay, and what that does is it stretches it all out. And then you want to make sure all those lines are basically straight, so that's good. And then once you've got that, then you can grab it with your right hand, right about here. Okay. Then you can do one loop, yeah, and then put that back into that hand.
Okay.
Okay. Then you could do is Here you could space it to make sure that there's no kinks in it. You could whip it around your left leg, like if you put your left leg forward. Yeah, and just flick it over it. There you go, no kinks in it. Good, okay. All right, so now you've got it. Let's see, let's start that over again. So, got your loops, got your one-handed there. So you're gonna put it in this way. So it's gonna go like that. No, open your hand, there you go. Okay. Put it in your whole hand. Grab the whole thing, yeah, there you go. Then do one loop. And then, yeah, and then just put that in to open your hand. Okay. Palm, there you go. Okay, then just jiggle it there. Okay, then the first thing you're gonna do is that you're gonna get 1/3 of it. And what I do is I reach from that hand. See what I do? Yeah, back, right? Yeah. This side? So, yeah, with my left, I go over my right arm. So I let it go, yeah. Then put that over this hand over that side and grab the net. So you're gonna put this arm down, okay. Put this hand over, and okay. Grab, separate out about 1/3 of it. So you're gonna do a little bit of it at a time so it doesn't twist. Now let it go. Okay, so you're gonna reach over and then you're just gonna pick out a few at a time like this, just to scrunch it up and to get about 1/3, just like that. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then flick it over your shoulder. Okay. Then what you're gonna do is reach under on this side, and you can see how there's two lines here. You're gonna pull this one over your shoulder and then reach through the top, okay. And then tuck that over. Okay. Now you've got the two sides hanging. So this is the open side there. What I do is we won't put it in your mouth right now this time because it's not necessary. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your left hand and use the back of your pan to palm it out and split that in half. Just a bit at a time. Too much. You only want to take about half of it. Right about there. But make sure they're not twisted. Yeah. And keep that one to the outside. Yeah, there you go. Just do a little at a time. That's good there. Okay. Yeah, so those 3 will be holding, yeah, just like that. Perfect. Okay. So now if you hold it out, you can see how the net's basically open. Yeah. Okay, so what's gonna happen is when you throw it, you're just gonna throw it out kind of almost parallel. Okay, how it's gonna work is this part is gonna open up to the left side front. The right hand side that's gonna be swinging out here is gonna be your right side front. Your shoulder is gonna drag the right hand side back here. And then this one, you're gonna let go, the one in your thumb and forefinger is gonna be the last thing you let go of, and that's gonna open up the left corner. Okay. So just do that same type of thing. You're just going to just forward a little bit, back, and just throw it out. You don't have to twist, just throw it out there. Just gentle and there you go. So that's perfect, like opens up. So that's why that method there is, you don't have to worry about like the 5 foot where you have to put the right perfect spin on it. This is that it's all goes into the preloading. Right. Once you got that right, it'll open by itself. Then it's just a matter of what you're doing is that you just got to get that right velocity to get it to that spot. But you see how much more coverage it gets. Yeah. Grab by the horn. There you go. Yep, perfect. Sometimes it's easier just to do the outside one, single one, and just flick that part over. Just grab just a little bit first. There you go. Then just start creeping it forward. There you go. That's the way to do it. That's good. Flick that over. There you go. Then you're going to grab the inside of the two. See how there's two pieces? So I grab it from underneath and then just...
So I'm grabbing the inside and that's going to go
up and over. Yeah. Okay. There you go. And then you can grab that same piece that's hanging down, which is this one. Okay, and that's where you're going to do that backhanded to get another third. You're going to split that in half.
Okay.
So do it from the inside. So go ahead and let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
So this piece, so you're just going to stick your back of your hand there. Okay, and then just flicking it, use your back of your hand to just kind of roll it out. There you go. And you just split that in half. So a little bit more. There you go. That's good. Okay, then you're going to just turn your hand over, roll your hand over, and just let it roll into your hand.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you're just going to use your... There you go. Because you want to get it so that you can pinch that weight with your...
Well, it doesn't matter what hand, does it?
Yeah, it's going to be... It's easier to... See, the main clump should go in your three, yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just unnatural.
It's just like that, flicking it from backhand. So now it's all open, ready to go there. Okay. Come this way, throw towards the truck, because that's the way the wind's going to blow this way, so it's a little bit easier that way. And then just do a little bit forward, let it rock back, and then just... That's it. See how it just opens up?
Yeah.
Like you're putting just very little weight onto it, but the more you throw it, then the more it's going to expand there.
Yeah, I didn't throw it hard. And I tried to wait for this to be the last, like you said.
Yeah, you want to consciously think. But if you look at it, it's how perfect it is, but that's what it is. When you throw it out, the top left that you're holding gets that left corner.
Yeah.
You're throwing out, the top right gets there. Your right hand shoulder just falls off naturally and it automatically just drags, will cause that to be behind the two, and that opens that up. And then you're physically holding on to the last second on that part just so that it opens up, and that's your left corner. Okay. So very easy, but you can see how long the difference it is for you to load a big net versus loading a small net. If that one is just folded in half and throw it, where this one's your this, twist it, run it under. And then you want to see how it's a little bit twisted there, so you can hand twist it so it's perfectly straight. That gets all the lines straight. That's perfect. Then grab the section that you're gonna, there you go. And then what you could do is that you can lift up with your right hand and then grab down with your left hand and just kind of flick it to the side. So instead of using your knee, you could use the side of the boat. No, down and towards the water. Just let it run up against that. There you go. And just do a little section at a time.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So this is just exactly how you would do it on a boat. It makes it a lot easier when you could just dangle it.
Yeah. Looks good.
And you can do the same thing, grab down there, just do a little at a time, just pull stuff from the left to the right. There you go. Okay.
So now it's just the same as before.
Yeah, you're gonna make your loop. Yeah, make your first loop about halfway there, wherever's comfortable. Yeah, you're gonna grab a third. Grab it on the line there. Remember to just crawl it. So grab a piece right around here, and then just walk it. Just get about a third. That's good, right there. Then under and over. There you go. Then remember that line you want to put over your shoulder, the inside line. Yep. And then do the backhand. Get another third. That's good. And then Yeah, you didn't roll your hand over.
Okay.
There you go, that way. Perfect. And that's it, and then go past where I have the chum block over there. And just throw it out. Don't aim at it, you're just gonna throw it out there.
Pretty much straight out?
Yeah, anywhere. Except don't catch those needlefish. Yeah, don't worry, just throw it out there. There, decent. Now do short tugs. There you go. Keep pulling. Pulling. There you go, you got a couple. No, because I would let them go. You want to grab the whole thing. Grab right here. Those inside lines will keep that from popping open. There you go. And you could just, then you can release that and grab by the horn and just shake them out right here.
Okay.
So just drop that and then lift by the horn. And then go all the way high so it's the weights are basically loose. There, and then just shake it. Perfect. There you go. Short, low jerks, because you got to pull it through that grass. Got a few. Yeah, they all seem to be on that right-hand side there, so might have to pop in that right corner. Those are some good ones, though. Yep. Caught bait. Over here. That'll work. That's a perfect there. That's a good spot. Wait till he does that second run, or okay. There you go. Now walk to your left. Yeah, there you go. See, he almost made it to those poles if you didn't walk.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's the bait stealers. Yeah, living in the sand.
Nice color.
Cooler?
Yeah.
Those are the babies. Oh, this one. I used that one of the last two big pinfish. That baby. Good one there. That's nicer.